Hey, welcome back. Our first current weather shot of the day is going to come from Moline. Our photographer, Jawan, took the drone out at Stevens Park, which is over on 15th Avenue. But just a second here, we're going to hold this shot.
Okay.
The drone is about to go up in the air. There it goes, giving us kind of a cool view over Old Town in Moline. You got the water tower over there, and some of those trees are still hanging onto their leaves.
Oh, I got one in my backyard. It always seems to be the last tree in the neighborhood that drops its leaves, and it's like, I'm still waiting.
Well, my tree at home, I was gone this weekend.
Yes.
Got super beautiful and vibrant the day that I left,
Yes.
and then lost all of its leaves the day I came back.
And
So I missed it.
Your fiance is raking those or blowing those
The
leaves?
wind is raking them for us today, yeah.
Let nature take its
Yeah,
course
yeah.
on that. I can understand that. It was a little bit of a challenge today. I held back on it, but I think in the next couple of days or so, I think there'll be some really good raking or blowing of the leaves in the forecast, that's for sure. Let's take a look outside with the help of our Bridgepoint camera. All is looking good. I know you probably heard all the talk about those Northern Light pictures that came in all over the place. Absolutely ridiculous that we saw with the pictures. And we want to thank each and every one of you out there that did send us a picture in our Facebook post to our newsroom. Will we see that chance come this evening? Will we get that encore performance? Well, right now, folks, it doesn't look all too great heading into later on this evening. What we are expect to see is some clouds kind of rolling in during the later evening hours or so. And combining that with the viewing line now shifting even more to the north, it's going to really limit any real good chance for seeing those red and green auroras that we saw around here yesterday. And what we're going to be watching are these clouds here across the plains being caught by those upper winds. So these are high, thin clouds that may produce kind of an opaqueness in our skies as we head later on this evening. That's kind of where those winds are kind of steering from northwest to southeast. So that's kind of possibly going to limit that potential view of those northern lights. But we'll be keeping an eye on it nonetheless, and hopefully you are too. If you do happen to see any of those, send in those photos. We would just absolutely love it. Now, what's helping being plowed by those high clouds is that warm front, and we're still on track in seeing some much warmer temperatures by the time we get to about Friday and even as we head into our Saturday. Right now at the Quad City International Airport, 56 degrees. Yeah, a little bit of a challenge as far as raking or blowing those leaves with that west wind, rather breezy, over 25 miles an hour on those gusts. 56 degrees in Princeton, Galesburg as well. Tipton, Maquoketa also reporting around 56, though near 60 degrees like we're noticing in Burlington, Mount Pleasant, as well as over in Muscatine. Here's some of the clouds that'll be rolling in 10:30 tonight. Hopefully they'll be thin enough that we could possibly see it. We're on the tail end of seeing some of those northern lights, so we'll see how that turns out. It's not going to be all these clouds overnight. In fact, as we head toward 5 o'clock in the morning, we'll thin out those clouds, and I think that may be enough to drop those temperatures to more seasonal levels for overnight lows, likely right around that freezing mark of around 32, 33 degrees or so. May see a few of those clouds in the first half of our Thursday, but then we should be able to see a lot more sun take over. Of course, that will play a big role as far as how warm our numbers are going to get. I think we'll be seeing those numbers maybe get tweaked literally a degree or two, with temperatures right around 60 or even lower 60s the farther south and west as you go. Now comes a big warm up as we'll see a great looking into the work week, around 70 degrees or so. I think we'll see those temperatures get a little bit better going into Saturday, even though we'll be seeing some of those high clouds roll in. I think once again it'll be right around 70 degrees, but we will be turning those winds out of the northwest as we get to sometime later on Saturday, because that's going to bring us back to reality with more seasonally cooler numbers and highs expected around those lower 50s. Let's check out the 8-day tracker, and you can see the big difference in temperatures going the weekend. So no doubt your Saturday is your weekend's best, and then going into next week as we start seeing some raindrops roll in and some slightly cooler numbers as we bring in some rain showers and numbers in the upper 40s. In fact, upper 40s will be common even later in the next week and possibly going into the weekend. And yeah, that could be a trend as far as seeing some of that wet weather in the forecast going into Thanksgiving week.
All right. Thank you so much, James.